last month recap of 2021. I asked everyone if I should continue doing these month recaps for 2022, and majority voted yes. So that's exciting. We're gonna keep going. Like I've said many times before, I love getting to let you guys in on my personal life a little bit, keep you up to date with what the heck's going on with me. So of course December, most of what I'm going to be talking about is Christmas. I'll talk about all the other random stuff I had going on first though. So at like the very beginning of this month, my cats pushed me over the edge. I talked about them breaking our TV before, but for some reason this was like a lot worse than that. They keep ruining my plants. I know that sounds stupid, but I love plants so much, and instead of having them all over the house like I want them, I keep them in like a little tiny window so they don't get ruined by my cats, which is so frustrating. But then the cats still ruin them, of course. They jump up and they eat them and knock them off the ledge and damage them a ton in the process. They shattered 2 ceramic pots, and I got a gorgeous new aloe plant that they totally busted up, which was heartbreaking. So now our cheap apartment carpet is like embedded with dirt despite vacuuming. And I had to repot a bunch of plants and nurse them back to health, which really sucked. Waking up that morning and seeing the crime scene, I literally sat on the couch and cried for like 2 hours. It was a little bit dramatic, I can admit, but thankfully the cats have been leaving the plants alone now. I don't know if it's because I didn't give them treats for like 3 days afterwards because I was pissed, or because I put tinfoil under them, like under the plants. I don't know. Either way, it seems to be working, and I'm hoping that was like the last time that ever happens. So frustrating. And to be honest with you guys, that was the only like vaguely exciting thing that happened in my life outside of work and Christmas. So I'll speed you guys up on all the work shenanigans if you missed anything. So this first one is kind of a mix of work and social. Me and my coworkers went out to a pub for a staff meeting, and it was great. I rarely ever go out, so it was a really nice change of pace. I got super drunk and regretted it the next day, and probably won't be doing something like that again anytime soon, but I had lots of fun. I've been preparing a ton for next month. I plan on launching my podcast intro and first episode, and I plan on camming again. Both of these things are probably only gonna happen like once a month because I'm insanely busy, but I've been really wanting to do them, so hopefully that'll be really exciting. Please stay tuned on my Twitter and wherever else so you can get updates and don't miss out. I'm so hyped about that, so hopefully you guys are too. I've been wanting to do it for so long now. I plan on sort of relaunching my Fansly as well. To be honest, I was kind of slacking with it this month. I wasn't as active as I would like to be, so in the new year I'm hoping to hand out some free trials and discount codes and post a ton more to get everyone excited about that again. It's a great platform and I love using it, so having more people on there will just be great. The relaunch was sort of inspired by me finally making a ManyVids profile. Check me out there if you haven't yet. You can order custom videos from me and buy exclusive pay-to-view content that you can't find anywhere else. I think I've mentioned before that I wanted to get my foot in the door with my pay content, and being on ManyVids has made that dream come true, so thank God for that. I can't wait to keep growing there and continue posting new videos about once a week. It's perfect for if you just can't get enough of my free content and you want more. In case you didn't know, I sell my worn items. I'm going to restock my products super soon, including stuff I've never offered before. But I'll be talking about this more in a future video. Not sure how much YouTube likes this subject, so I've got to be careful. But you can find everything you need through all my links in the description. So now it's time to start talking about all things holiday. I hope you all had a good time. I sure did. I did a hub video with my boyfriend with my tree in the background, and I think it was so cute. I did decorate my tree on here with you guys. It was my first real one ever, and I think it turned out so beautifully. I also wrapped my presents on here too. The wrapping turned out not so beautifully. I'm never doing that again, sorry. But I thought it was really entertaining to show you guys the gifts I bought people. If you watched that video, I said I'd let you guys know how my grandparents reacted to their presents, and it was actually so funny. I was so worried everyone was gonna be like awkward and horrified, but everyone laughed so much. My grandpa may have liked his a little bit too much, But it was hilarious. And it was the best outcome I could have hoped for, taking a risk like that. There's really no point in me talking about what I gave to other people though, again, so I should talk about some of my presents I got. My biggest ones are a microphone that I'm super excited to use for my podcast, and a hair straightener. We also got a ton of snacks and junk food and some clothes, a bunch of the usual like easy present stuff that I'm always super thankful for, and my boyfriend actually got a Switch. He's been playing it nonstop, and I've had some fun with it too. I think that's probably one of the most exciting things to come from this holiday season. All the Christmas baking I did was insane. That was my present to most of my family members, so I had so much to do. I made double batches of peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies, and sugar cookies. And then we made some oatmeal weed cookies. I did 3 different kinds of cream cheese truffles too on top of everything. Coconut, graham cracker, and chocolate dipped, and they were so good. I was surprised everyone liked the coconut ones the most though, but they were also the easiest to make, so I can start making those every year now, I guess, and I know everyone will be happy with it. And lastly, I made 4 bread puddings, which was insane. I don't know why I did that. That was like a ton. And I made it super chocolatey, and it wasn't like really, really moist like they usually are, but I think it turned out better. So no complaints about that. I was really happy with how everything turned out, and everyone else was too, as far as I know. Speaking of those weed cookies, we made a ton of the infused butter, and the one night I tried making grilled cheese with it, that was a huge mistake. I used so much of it because it kept absorbing into the bread, and I had never cooked with that type of butter before, so I didn't really know what I was doing, obviously. Me and my boyfriend couldn't even finish them because they were that strong. I was high for like at least 24 hours afterwards. It was horrible. Like horrible. I felt so sick. Like it was not good. And then I had to go to work. So I do, but also don't recommend that. Be careful. And back to this sort of like Christmassy stuff again. The baking day was on the Wednesday. Then we had my family Christmas on Christmas Eve. On Christmas Day, we went to my boyfriend's dad's, and on the Tuesday, we had Christmas with his mom. I was supposed to go to a second Christmas on my family's side, but I had to work that day they scheduled, so we didn't end up going to that one. We were also expecting to have a friend Christmas, but decided a New Year's party would be better. On Boxing Day, me and my boyfriend had our own little mini Christmas, and it was so nice just having the time together to appreciate each other and relax for once. It's so easy to just fall into the same routines every day, and it's really important to set aside designated time to enjoy each other's company, I think. I could tell a difference in our moods afterwards for sure, so. We talked about all our New Year's resolutions and goals, which was really exciting. Most of my goals are for work, but I also tried to include more taking care of myself, which I really gotta work on, to be honest. Keep trying to learn Russian, hopefully gonna start exercising a little bit, start taking a daily vitamin, just some minor changes to my lifestyle to stay healthy and happier. I really liked setting aside time to get to think about like what the future holds and how we're gonna make it happen. It's really exciting, and we're manifesting good things for 2022, hoping it'll be a good year. On that same note, actually, I'm not going to do it in this video, but I'll talk about it in my January 2022 recap. I have a tradition of on New Year's Day, I read my tarot cards for the year ahead. I don't usually look back on them to see how accurate they are or anything, because I'm a bad witch, but I really like doing it just to see how the year's supposed to play out. I don't know. It's just a fun little tradition I made for myself. So back to that friend's New Year's party thing I mentioned earlier. I'm making a charcuterie board, and we're having a bunch of appetizers and popping a bottle of champagne, of course. It's just gonna be a really little thing, but I love any reason to celebrate. I guess I forgot to mention it before, but hopefully you guys will be ringing in the new year by watching my hop video. I tried something a bit different. It's a bit awkward, but people seem to like my JOIs, so I don't know. I just thought it would be nice to do something like that for New Year's if anyone doesn't have any other plans or anything. Plus I like to connect with you guys. I just think it's special. But I guess that wraps up my December, and that concludes the year. Goodbye 2021. I don't know if I feel any specific way about the year ending. I'm thankful for what I've achieved and experienced, and I hope 2022 is even better. And I'll see you guys next year. Bye!